So here's something to keep in mind if you come to visit Cades Cove. And I'm going to put this clip at the start of the video, just so hopefully that it gets the most attention. If you ever come here, it's probably going to be really busy, unless you manage to get here at an off time or in the off season. I don't know when those are. Maybe you could do your research a little bit better than me and find out, but I'm going to have to low-key recommend against visiting this unless maybe you're less mobile or something like that. You can't walk very well, then this could be a great way to come out and spend some time in nature. But for somebody like me, I'd rather be out walking and exploring and doing things. I mean, I've already spent about an hour and a half here, and I'm not even halfway through it. So the sign you'll see that later on in the video in just a little bit, 2 to 3 hours, definitely accurate. I didn't think it would be, but it is. So keep that in mind. I personally don't find sitting in traffic like this to be very fun, and it's getting to a point where now I'm not getting out and checking out any of the historical stuff, just for the simple fact that I don't want to get put further behind in this line. So am I enjoying this? Sort of. Would I recommend it? Depends on who you are as a person. For me, no. I'd rather be out, find some less touristy places or something like that. But that's just me. Anyways, on to the rest of the video. All right. Today we are on our way to Cades Cove. I tried to go to Klingman's Dome, but the road is closed there for inclement weather conditions. I didn't actually go all the way up there. They have a hotline you can call that gives automated updates. So we're gonna check out Cades Cove instead, and maybe try to get on that sky lift today. We'll see. Driving down some backcountry roads right now, surrounded by these beautiful mountains, houses, pastures, and all that. It's really nice out here. Very, very nice. So I'm parked here at kind of a random parking spot along the side of a road down here in Tennessee, and I stopped because I wanted to get out and check out this old stonework, this bridge here. I'm not gonna be fishing, so I'm not worried about that. Check this out. Isn't this neat? Stonework, how it's all covered in moss. It's really cool. Just carefully making my way down here. Pretty slippery. But we are down, mostly. Isn't that neat? The cool thing is, there's like no graffiti whatsoever on it. Curiously, I don't see any fish, so I don't really know what you would catch in here. But I thought this was kind of cool. Wonder how long this has been here. Oh, I do see graffiti over there. I don't see any kind of a date though. No, nothing. Unless it's on the side of the bridge. worth a stop. Just gonna real quick follow this separate path back here. See where this goes. Keep my eyes open for black bears, just in case. Okay. Take a better look at the bridge from afar. Backed by all these beautiful fall colors. It's cool to see. Peaceful sound of the stream. That looks like a place where a bear would hide. Cool, cool. Looking up at the mountains. This is a beautiful state. This drive back here into Cades Cove is really pretty, just like yesterday's drives. It's pretty crowded, road-wise, very congested. Another place you might just have to prepare and take your time for, but drive-in is beautiful. I remember being here once as a kid, way back when, but I don't really remember what this is, other than like a historic settlement, whatever's left of it. So, but to see what kind of history is up here, should be fun. Ooh, that's a cool tunnel. These leaves are so beautiful. That old stonework there with the moss growing out on it, especially on the side that's facing the creek. That's cool. We are. Oh, excuse me. We're getting up here. My ears keep popping. I think that's why I have to yawn, to alleviate some of the pressure. Or elevation change. I think the pressure happens when you go back down. I've ever driven on roads that require so many twists and turns. It's amazing how they built these just right into the mountain here, right just in the valleys like this that were probably carved over thousands of years by streams like what's down there. Where there's a will, there's a way. Stuck in almost standstill traffic at the moment. I think we're almost to the entrance, but I can't tell if people are turning around. Like, what's going on up there? I see plenty of space down here at the picnic area. Yeah, there's a few open spots down there, but I'm not sure why we can't get in. And traffic is really backed up behind me too. One other thing to bear in mind in a lot of these places is that you're probably not going to have phone connection once you get off like the main roads. I didn't have phone connection up at my cabin last night. I don't right here. Didn't at the Laurel Falls hike. It must be a little too remote for connection to reach. Remember, I have AT&T, which I believe is pretty reliable in terms of the coverage map. Verizon might be better, I'm not really sure, but yeah, just, I'd say plan on not having connection. And then if you do, you're in luck. Okay, it just looks like it's just utterly packed here. Like literally everybody and their kids and their grandmothers are all here. So we might be sitting in the truck for a while. Made it about 50 feet in 10 minutes. If I can park somewhere and just walk in, I'm going to do that. Because this is a lot of people. Look at these views. That's stunning. Thought I was recording just a little bit ago. In case I wasn't. This is Cades Cove. We're inside now. Yeah, there was a sign back there. It said 2 to 3 hours, which that's okay. Got nothing better to do. I wish I had a suction cup mount for the outside of the GoPro. Or, I mean, for the GoPro that I could put on the outside of the truck. Just let one record as I'm driving. I might have to invest in another GoPro at some point. Imagine living here. A little bit of the history on this place. I think it's been around since like the early 1800s, like 1820 or so. People have been living here for a long time, just like early settlers, farmers. You can imagine at one point this was probably their farmland right up in here. They grew some crops or let cattle graze or something like that. And they would be flanked on either side by these tall, gorgeous mountains. This is a beautiful section of land. If I was ever like Bill Gates rich, I would try to buy all of something like this. Only it'd probably have to be out west, I think. Although if I had uber money like Bill Gates, I could buy land or wherever I want. Some in Tennessee, some in Alaska. Yeah. Pretty long line of traffic. That's okay. Something coming off to the right side here. Danger. Oh, talking about black bears, stay back at least 50 yards, yeah. Well, we're in our vehicles, so. I have never seen a black bear in the wild. Only in zoos. You can be injured or killed. Yeah, no bleep, Sherlock. Really? You gotta tell people that. I guess you do for the legal disclaimer. That's a pretty field out there. If this place wasn't so busy, I would come and try to camp here, but yeah, I knew it was gonna be busy this time of year, so I didn't even plan to camp. That's why I rented that cabin. Horses may bite or kick. Yeah. Haven't moved very far. That's okay. I thought we'd go through a little faster. I didn't think it would actually be 2 or 3 hours, but it might end up being that. Say it's 3 hours, that puts us at 5 o'clock. I don't know if I would have enough time to go do the sky ride thing. I did find this in my cabin though. One free round trip aerial tram ride from Gatlinburg. So I'm gonna make sure I use that. If it's not today, it's going to be tomorrow for sure. That would be, I really want to be up there. Take a video of riding on that thing. Got some horses coming up to our left here. A whole little group of them. Fatten up before winter, probably. Veins on them. Oh, muscle man. This black one down here with a white spot on his head is cute. This is where people are getting slowed down because everybody's taking pictures of the horses. There's a lot of them there too. It's like they're just all conveniently staged right here for a photo shoot. That one's like he was biting the wire fence. So we got the John Oliver cabin coming up, and it was just from what little I was able to read through on my guide as I'm, thumbing through stuff and driving. This was built in the 1800s. I don't see a parking spot for me, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would get out and walk up to it. But maybe that one was opening. But it's okay. I'll let somebody else take it. I do remember this cabin from when I was here before. This is about the only like firm memory that I have of the place. Just walking up to that and checking that out. Oh, additional parking. Okay. Yeah, we will get out and check it out again then. Look at these views. I might have to. I really might have to look into if I can move to Tennessee. Find a place where I can have a steady, decent paying job, but also live out in the country kind of like this. I would love to have about 20 acres out here, maybe even just 10. Enough with a small cabin, you know, running water, oven, gas, and all that, lighting. But also some land where I can go out and camp and whatnot, just on it. All-purpose piece of land, I guess. That'd be nice. Well, this parking lot looks pretty full too, so I guess we're not going to be stopping to go look at that. Which, that's okay. This is a very popular place, so I mean, most people, I'm sure, already know what it looks like, and I'm sure there's like loads of pictures. Yeah, plenty of parking, but I'm not going to stop. I think I might stop at the Abrams Falls trailhead up at the very tip top of the loop here. Get out and take a hike there. I don't know how long of a trail it is, but we'll find out. Look at that view back there. The Great Smoky Mountains. I really hope I can get to Clingman's Dome tomorrow, because that would, yeah, I would like to be at that place. I remember that from being a kid too. But oh, I'm tired. Being able to see it as an adult, I'm sure I would have a whole new appreciation for it. I love how absolutely calm it is up here too. It's like very little wind, a very slight chilly breeze, but like almost nothing. Imagine like out here at night, it's just quiet, like you and nature. A bunch of black bears that would come and rip into your tent and eat you alive. Just kidding. Well, that could happen, but be careful. Alright. Looks like here, I'm starting to go up some twisty roads up into the mountains a little bit. Oops. Came off the pavement a little bit there. That's what happens when you're too much focused on trying to record and not enough on where you're going. Kind of a parking space there, maybe. I don't know if you're meant to park there. I don't think so, but it could be used for that if you needed to. Coming up to that standstill traffic again. Can't believe how many people go through this, and yet how still relatively untouched it seems. I guess that's the consequence of you let people drive through it but not actually stay there. And I'm surprised I don't even see like the usual litter, or, you know, any kind of thing. Maybe they're good at keeping it cleaned up, or maybe just people actually have respect. It would be nice if it was the latter. Glad that tree fell over that way. But yeah, this is very slow going, so if you come here, plan on it taking a while. I'd almost say, depending on how far away you are from it, consider it maybe even a day trip, potentially. It takes you an hour to get here, 3 hours to get through, and an hour to get back to wherever you are. That's 5 hours of your day gone. It's not a whole day, but it's a good portion of it, so it might at least have to be like the main activity of what you do in the day. Got the old Methodist church here. Of course, the old lady's gonna have to see it. It's a pretty cool old building. I wonder how much much been modernized. I see a metal roof up there. And these stones all look pretty new, so I bet it's been kept updated, but maybe inside it looks cooler. These views are what I'm out here for, though. But it's gorgeous. Missionary Baptist Church, founded in 1839. You gotta wonder, again, how much of that building is originally a cemetery back there. If it wasn't so crowded, I would totally stop and get out and check that out. I just don't want to get set even more behind. Yeah, that's cool. Like, there's a lot of history here. I've already seen signs for 3 churches in a community that, according to the guidebook, only had like 180 people or something back in the day. It's interesting how many different denominations of churches they still had between that few of an amount of people living in this area. Now this right here is one hell of an awesome view. Look at that. A lot of people pulling in there. And I don't blame them. They don't have GoPros. They can film while they're driving. Of course, driving with one hand is not necessarily easy either. Cleared out a lot of people too. Be able to go a little bit faster for a bit here. Look at that. Dude, that's so beautiful. I wish I could just build me a cabin right up in here. I could live here. Next fall, I might have to go up into Upper Michigan for the fall, though. For the color change thing. I was almost going to do it this year. Then I decided on Tennessee because I already been out there in Travis City. I know I said in a previous video that I wasn't going to go back up there next year, but I might have to. That's if I can't afford to go somewhere else. I would love to fly to Alaska for the fall. And I'm going to try to make that happen. But, yeah, who the hell knows? This is a neat old homestead off to the right here. The old wooden fence. Oh, excuse me. Another cool homestead right here. Tipped in place. Not much left. To think that people used to live in structures like this, though. Built it, crafted it all by hand. Nothing short of impressive. It's like a little creek. I wonder if that's a sawmill over there. So yeah, at this point, you've probably seen my note at the start of the video if you're all the way here. I've been here close to 2 hours now, and I've still got about a quarter of the way to go, so that sign was definitely not lying about 2 or 3 hours. Be prepared to spend a lot of time here, otherwise avoid it. I'll say that again. Lady's hanging out the side of her truck to get a picture of these deer. It's pretty cool though. Never been this close to this many of them. But man, this traffic, this is so slow moving, and people constantly stop like this. It's getting old. Deer just peacefully grazing there. Don't know who or what we are, don't care. Alright, it's 4:23. I sort of feel like that was maybe really overrated. A lot of cool scenery, but it's nothing you can't really see if you're driving down any other country road here in Tennessee. And most of them are a lot less busy than that. So go here at your own discretion. I mean, if you're interested in the history, you can read about that online. Yeah, that wasn't for me. I really didn't enjoy that all that much. But you got to try things to know, so I know for the future. The only way I would ever come back here is if it's in like the dead of winter and it's nobody in there at all or something like that. But anyways, thank you for watching. If you didn't enjoy this video, I hope you at least found it informative for your trip here if you ever come here. And I will catch you next time.